cocky, scared, shitless kid. But you're a genius, right? No one denies that.
I don't know if my nephew would like me talking about this, but I'll just say a little note that, you know, I think Jethro was born just after Robin Williams passed away, so I often think Jethro's like he's a human, a person, but he's also all these animals too that he loved over the time, and that's my assumption. But he looks so much like Robin Williams when I look at him. But I have that affiliation with, you know, Peter Pan, and Rowena used to really feel sad about Robin Williams and my sister. And I think what I did, I went out and found him out in the desert. It was like one of his animals was a lizard and a goanna. I ate him, and I felt a connection like that wouldn't, you know, when I don't know how to explain it really. I want to be very sensitive to Jethro and not upset him, because he's got friends and things to think about, you know, and I don't want them to get the wrong idea about him, because he's the person he is now. He's not who he was, but that I assume. But you know, I believe I found him like out in the desert. He was a goanna after he committed suicide, Robin Williams, and one of his animals was the goanna. And when I found that goanna and killed it, all his other animals died, and whoever the person he was died as well. Whoever he might have been reborn, a little baby or something. And yeah, he came to me because I think he really just genuinely wanted to be a really normal person and just have a really normal life. And I wanted to be closer to his hero, you know, Peter Pan or something, or Jesus, or whoever his hero might have been. But I think it was someone like Peter Pan, his hero. I don't think he thought of himself as that way, but he just wanted a really normal life. You know, he thought his life was very chaotic and crazy, and you know, he was always trying to impress everyone with his antics, and you know, but yeah, I think it's a beautiful idea that I found him out in the desert, and that he came back to sort of he has a Jewish family, and I always love this movie, Good Will Hunting. It's a very touching story, you know, you always feel an affiliation with some of the characters, the misunderstood genius who can't express his genius. He has to sneak around and do things. I did that half my life, doing strange things. Like I'd go and leave a cookbook in the Krishna temple or Crossways, you know, the restaurant. I'd leave a Krishna cookbook in there and just walk off, you know. Or I'd leave a picture of all this Jesus stuff in the church and wander away. Or, you know, I'd do things all the time, these little stupid things, and nothing had ever sort of come of it. But, you know, so it was a bit strange. But, I look at Robin Williams, I see Jethro, so, I mean, he's a lot older. Jethro's still a little kid, but I just see his height and his build and his face and his attitude's similar. You know, he's not the same person there as that, but he's his own man, you know, his own person, Jethro. But yeah, he just looks the same. I don't know. Maybe he came to us somehow, and I felt that connection when I ate that goanna. I felt that connection go to my sister. So it's almost like the soul went to Rowena, you know. So I think it's such a lovely idea, you know. Obviously, where he wasn't loved, and he was reaching out for somewhere else, you know, somewhere maybe where his old family somehow. He might be related to my dad or his dad, or you know, Paul, my sister's husband, or you know, there might be some family connection there. He's come back to and sort of started again. You often do with suicide. You tend to go right back to the beginning again, you know, in a way. If you're found, I mean, he could have got left out there and might not have survived. But I went and picked him up out in the middle of the desert, you know, and I ate him on a survival trek. It's quite a beautiful idea, you know. I think it's just it moves me to tears sometimes. It's such a beautiful idea, you know. That this person still lives on, you know. That we all sort of think's really amazing actor, and yeah, he's quite an amazing person off the camera too, you know. There's stuff he did, and it's just sad he got a bit depressed and went on his alcohol, and yeah, sort of couldn't keep up the hustle and bustle. Probably got a bit old, and God rest his soul. But we got little Jethro, and he brightens us up, and his sister Yolanda. I often wonder who Yolanda might have been. She might have been someone who knew Robin too, or she might have been Paul's mother or some relative come back to us. You know, I think she was a little catfish that I caught, and I felt the same for Paul. She went back to my sister. You know, it's almost like I went out sort of hunting or gathering. You know, like fishing for people. Bit of a fisher of men. You know, to fisher of people to collect these souls up. Maybe that's what it felt like. They're important births, Jethro and Yolanda. You know, they're important. They came at a good time to help our family. They're almost like our little saviours, really. They saved it. My mum's life in a way. She got a new purpose in life, taking care of them, and I think it really helped. Anyway.